Yes, good morning all. Um, we have to continue with the yesterday's discussion. Okay, probably yesterday I had given you two assignments. Okay, those two assignments I had asked you to do from your end. Yeah, is there anyone who is ready for that? Is there anyone who is ready for that? Quickly. Okay, done, but want to clarify one thing. Yes, Praveen. How about others? No one has tried? Okay, can I have Afzal? Afzal, please unmute. No. Abhishek? Abhishek? ಯಶೋದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೆದದ ಹಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಯು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹೌದು ಹಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಚಾಲು ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಯು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಟ್ 10 o'clock ಹಾ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು 10:30ಗೆ ನೀನು ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಸೆಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲ ಹಾ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 10:15 ಹಂಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ 11ಗೆ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ರೆ 11 to 11:45 ನಾನು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 12 o'clock ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ 12 o'clock ಸೆಷನ್ ಅದ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದ ನಂದು ಹಾ 11ಗೆ ನೀ ಮುಗಿಸು ನಾನು 11 to 11:45 ನಾ ತಗೋತೇನೆ ಹಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ದ ಸೆಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಮಗೂ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹೋಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾ ಓಕೆ ಯಾ ಯಾ ಎಸ್ no one is speaking whoever I'm calling no one is speaking Aishwarya Kittur at least switch on your video Aishwarya Kubusar Ajay
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
thank you Ajay for responding at least you can mute again Aishwarya Kubusar can I have you
Yes, ma'am.
yeah at least you can unmute and talk Aishwarya Kittur
Yes, ma'am.
I called you thrice or 4 times.
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me, have you done? Have you tried? Aishwarya,
Yes, ma'am.
you tried or no?
No, ma'am.
No. Afzal,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Tried or no?
No, ma'am.
No. Akash,
Yes, ma'am.
Akash VS, yeah. You tried or no?
I'm tired, ma'am, but not got.
Not got. Anusha Joshi, Anusha Joshi, Nandish,
Yes, ma'am.
tried,
Yes, ma'am. I have tried, but not implemented, ma'am.
not implemented. At least can you explain how you have done it?
Which one, ma'am?
The first one.
Which
Search
one,
and delete a
ma'am?
key element. Yeah, go ahead.
Delete- yes, ma'am.
Which one you
If
want to explain, Nandish?
first is null, ma'am.
Huh?
I'm inserting at the beginning.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am. The linked list is empty, ma'am.
Okay.
Then we'll insert temp, ma'am,
Hmm.
at the first node.
Okay.
Then right else, if they else, ma'am,
Hmm.
temp right equal to first, ma'am.
Okay. Yes,
Then
Nandish, you can mute.
first
You can
left
mute.
equal to,
You can mute back, Nandish. Okay. Listen, guys. There are 41 people in the class now. Okay. Um, See, I'll be calling the names. Whoever or whichever name I will be choosing, those people are presenting the same programs that I have discussed in the class on Monday. Okay, it's a repetition. You are presenting on Monday between 2:30 to 4:30. There will be presentation from your end. Are you all listening to me? Are you all listening to me? This is getting recorded first of all. Okay. And now I'll be calling one name at a time and I will assign the program that you need to do. You need to present on Monday. Okay. Are you listening? Please type yes if you are listening it clearly. Okay. So, first name that I'm calling Abhijit Anand. Abhijit Anand, you are there? Abhijit? No? Then why you join for the class? Abhishek?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Abhishek, you have to take up insert rare and display function. Yes, Abhishek?
Yes, ma'am.
Insert rare and display function on singly linked list.
Yes.
Okay? So you have to start with this program on Monday at 2:30. Okay. Next, Afzal.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you have to take insert front and display.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Of
Yes, ma'am.
doubly linked list.
Okay, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anushka, please note down whatever I am telling. Okay, note it down, please. Anushka and Aryan, please note it down. I told Abhishek insert rare and display function. Afzal, I have given insert front and display in doubly linked list. Okay, have you noted down, Anushka?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, Aishwarya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have to take insert rare and display in doubly linked list. Are you clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Insert rare and display in doubly linked list. Okay. Next, let me have Anushka. Anushka, can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have to take search a given element in the singly linked list.
Okay, ma'am.
Search a given element. If found, print found, otherwise not found. Okay. Then next, Rohan, Naga Rohan.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You are supposed to take count the number of even and odd
Yes, ma'am.
numbers. Count the number of even and odd numbers in the given singly linked list.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can use any insert function to construct the given singly linked list. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Then let me have Padmashri.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have to implement sum and average of all odd positioned numbers. Sum and average of all odd positioned numbers in a singly linked list.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, I have Samyak. Yes, Samyak. I want you to implement ordered list using doubly linked list. Create an ordered list using doubly linked list. Okay, Samyak. Even if you are unable to unmute, you can type in the chat. Yes. Next, can I have Vinay Desai?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You try implementing stack using single linked list.
Okay, ma'am.
Stack using single linked list. Okay, how many are done? Anushka, how many are done?
Ma'am, 9.
हाँ 8 ठीक है
Yes, ma'am.
8 right? Okay, thank you Aaron. 8. Now, these 8 people have to make sure that you are coming up first of all with the written code. Okay, explain that code. Explain that code with the proper explanation. Okay, and you have a time of 10 minutes, not more than that. You have a time of 10 minutes only. Are you all clear with this? So this happens to be on Monday. Okay, Monday from 2:30 to 4:30 we will have this session. See guys, n number of times I may explain it, but the number of times you do the practice of this, you will not get. Until and unless you practice it, you will not get it. Okay, so all others who will be listening to them will be giving on after each presentation. Others who are listening to them will be giving what is missing in their presentation. Okay, so if anything you want to add, you can very well unmute and go ahead. Okay, the way you want to present, see, you may think of presenting by a presentation PPT, or you can just show the program and write on a empty PPT. However you want to do, you can do it. The explanation category you can decide upon your own. Okay, see, this is the first time you are doing such a kind of presentation in a professional college. Okay, so be professional and speak very thoroughly. Speak up very calmly. Don't ever assume that you are presenting for the world. Okay, world is nothing. You are more important than the world. Who are listeners, they are not so important. What you are speaking, how you are speaking, that is more important. Okay, so we will have this exercise on Monday. It acts as a revision class for everybody for the internals also. Okay. And guys, if you remain absent on that day, I'm very harsh in this. Okay. Please listen to it. If you are absent on that day, definitely you will not be allotted for you will not be allotted with second IA or third IA marks. Okay, so you will be evaluated for out of 50 only by using the first IA marks. Am I clear? I'm loud and clear, I think. Okay, those who remain absent for their presentation, you have to repent a lot if you remain absent. Okay, and make sure that you are saving your bandwidth on that day. Don't give me any silly reasons. I cannot present now. I do not have the audio I do not have proper audio. All those things are secondary for me. Okay, you guys, you have the bandwidth for everything else other than the classes. Leave all those things for one day. Okay, make sure that your audio, your video, your presentation things all are proper. And one more thing, don't ever think that even if you don't have any laptop, you can very well do it in the mobile phone that you have. Okay, make sure that you are doing it, preparing yourself for the Monday's presentation, and take it very seriously. This is the first ever professional presentation of your life. So think it as a very good opportunity that you have, okay? And make a proper thinking how I can present it. I hope I'm clear with this. Guys, those who have not got this time, don't feel that we are saved by this, or don't feel the other way like I have not got that opportunity. Don't think like that, okay? One or the other day you will be thrown into the world, okay? So definitely, since we have 1.5 months left out still, all of you will be getting a chance to speak, okay? Anushka, please do me a favor. Probably you have taken down who all are presenting on what all. I hope so. Anushka, just take a
Yes,
snap
ma'am.
of it and send it to me.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So that next time when I'm allotting, I will leave this lot and allot for somebody else. See, this continues now, guys. Okay. I have exactly one chapter left out now. Exactly one chapter left out. That is trees. Hashing, it takes only 1 or 2 classes. Very important chapter that is left out in the portion is trees. Okay. I have 1.5 months for your final exam. So in 1.5 months, should I teach only trees? No, I'll be going through all the other extra things that are needed. Okay, every now and then, soon after your third IA, please note, soon after your hackathon, okay, there will be lot many programming assignments from my end to you. Okay, and all of them will be kind of applications of the data structures that you have learned. It is not like the one which you are getting right now. Okay, so please be prepared for all those things and make sure you are learning the things as quickly as possible for the better tomorrow. Okay, this subject is very important subject for your career. Okay, so please give respect to the subject. It will definitely make you happy if you respect the subject. Okay, I hope I have done with the things that I wanted to tell. Okay, I think Praveen had commented that he has tried but he had a few doubts.
Yes, ma'am.
So may I know what are your doubts?
Ma'am, it was in the program, ma'am.
Yeah.
To search for to calculate the frequency of each element, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
So, ma'am, uh, I was calculating like, ma'am, for each element, ma'am, like for the it was like 10, 20, 10, 30, 10. So, ma'am,
Yeah.
it was calculating like for the first 10, it was showing there are 3 occurrences at position 1, 3, and 4, ma'am.
Hmm.
Okay, ma'am. And
Hmm.
after traversing to the second 10, ma'am, it is showing it was a particular 10 occurs 2 times at position 3 and 4. And after traversing to the fourth 10, it was showing the count is 1 only and it is at position number 4. Ma'am. So I was trying, ma'am,
Huh?
that for only once, ma'am, it
Hmm.
is when it encounters 10, it will only print for that moment only. And
So the
after that, if it,
particular element, whichever is available, only for that it is printing.
yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
After that, even if it encounters, ma'am, it will skip that. Ma'am.
So the simple logic for the class I am telling, simple logic for checking for the number of occurrences of each element. Okay. How you have to go ahead? What is the thing that you are doing? First thing that
Ma'am,
you'll do is, let me just explain, Praveen, and then I'll come back to
okay,
you.
sorry, ma'am.
Okay. So what you are supposed to do is, you first, whatever is the first node, that first node's info you consider. Okay, it is assumed like this. If there are n nodes available, you are knowing the value contained in zeroth position. If I'm talking in terms of arrays, okay, you're talking about zeroth position element. Leaving zeroth position element, every other element has to be checked. This is how the same thing. We have done it in finding minimum and maximum. Okay, max is equal to a of 0, I will write. And then the loop continues from second node to the last node. The same condition holds good here. Okay. What I will do is, instead of taking 2 pointers, I'll take 3 pointers here. Okay. First pointing to the first node, then current pointing to the current node, and there is one more pointer which is pointing to next. Guys, please have an analysis done. This requires broader analysis when I am explaining it. You just write it down like this: 10, 20, 10, 30, 20, 10. Write it down like that: 10, 20, 10, 30, 10. Okay. Now, first is pointing to 10. Current is also pointing to 10. What I will do is, I'll make a pointer next pointing to 20. And I know that current arrow info is 10. Against this current arrow info, this next goes until next becomes null. So, when I'm starting, there will be two loops. While current not equal to null, or while inside that, while next not equal to null. Two loops are there. Let me write it down if you want. See, I'm giving only the pseudocode for you, not the whole program. Okay. So you just imagine like this. There is current which is equal to first, and there is next which is equal to current arrow link. If I'm talking in terms of single linked list. Okay. So current next is equal to current arrow link. Now what I will do, I'll write while current not equal to null. So this is outer loop. Inside this, every time before incrementing current, I have done this. Okay. Then while next not equal to null. Okay. There may be some spelling mistakes. Don't worry about it. What is important is how the pseudocode looks. Okay. Now what I will do, current arrow info is nothing but the current element which needs to be searched anywhere, everywhere. So when current is pointing to first, I would have got count is equal to 1 already for that element. Count is equal to 1. Okay. Now what happens? Until next becomes null, if at any point in time, current arrow info equal to next arrow info. Okay. If so, what will happen? Count plus plus. Otherwise, simply do next is equal to next arrow link. Complete the inner while loop. Then I would have completed the counting of that particular element. Printf count of %d equal to %d. Okay. First %d is current arrow info. Second %d is count. So how this looks like? Let me just give you a brief explanation of this. This requires a lot of thinking, otherwise you'll not get it. Okay. Let me just maximize this. Okay. There is elements like this. Suppose 10, 20, 10, 30, 10, 20. Imagine this is the list of elements that are available. Where first is pointing, where current is pointing, where first is there, where current is there. Please let me know from your end. Okay, in the iteration one, first and current, both are pointing to 10. Okay, see, current not equal to null, it comes here, current not equal to null, true, enters, count is equal to 1. Okay, let me take count equal to 1. Now next is equal to current arrow link, next will be current arrow link. What is current arrow link? Where next will be pointing? 20. Okay, current arrow link 20 to 20, next will be pointing. Then whether next is null? No, it is not null, so it enters the loop. If current arrow info equal to next arrow info, what is there in next? 20. Whether it is equal? No, it goes to else. What is there in else? Else will increment next to next node. So where next will point to next? 10. Current remains intact. Current remains intact. So right now next is pointing here, first is pointing here, current is also pointing here. Okay, now whether next is null? Not null, enters. Okay, whether current arrow info that you are searching for, is it equal to current next arrow info? Currently next is 10. Yes, so increment the count, count becomes 2. Okay, then I'm sorry, it should not be okay, let me do it like this. Increment count and also next is equal to next arrow link. Yes, now what is that I have done? Count is equal to 2, I got incremented, and next got incremented to the next node. Okay, now next is having, where next is pointing? Can you quickly comment? 30. Okay, it is now pointing to 30. So goes back. This is inner while loop it is. Okay, outer while loop has not ended yet. Outer while loop ends at this point over here. Okay, now still it is inside the while loop or inner while loop. Comes back, next not equal to null, true, current arrow info is 10. Is it equal to next arrow info? Next arrow info is right now 30. No, not equal, so goes into else, simply increments next. Okay, next right now will be pointing to this 10, so next gets incremented, goes back, next not null. Is current arrow info equal to next arrow info? Yes, 10 and 10, so increment count and as well increment next. Next right now will point to 20. Okay, goes back, next not equal to null, true, enters, whether current arrow info 10, is it equal to 20? No, goes into else, and inside else next is equal to next arrow link. Okay, so where the next will point to soon after this this condition? Yes, any comments from your end? Yes, it will point to null. Okay, so it will come back here, and null not equal to null fails, comes out of inner while loop. Okay, so what is printing? Count of 10 is 3 in items. items sir, ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅದ ಸರ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಹಾ. Okay, so count it has printed 3 for 10. Fine. Next what happens? It goes back. Current not equal to null. Current where it is still pointing to the first 10 that is available. Okay. Enters. Have I incremented current anywhere? Soon after the printing of the current count, what I will do? I'll write current is equal to current arrow link. Okay. Now tell me where current will be. Guys, think about it. It is 20. Okay. Previously current was here. Now current points to 20. Okay. Look, first remains 10 only. Current has been overwritten with 20. Okay. Now next is actually null. Next is actually null. Only then the inner loop would have been exited. So after this, it has come here. Where? The second line. Whether current is null? No, it is not equal to null. So enters. And counter get assigned back to 1. Counter gets assigned back to 1. Next gets reassigned to current arrow link. What is current arrow link? Can anybody tell me? Where next will be pointing? See, current is right now at 20. Okay. So its next is 10. So next would be pointing to 10. The second 10, not the first 10. Okay. Then again the inner while loop begins. It is loop inside the other loop. Okay. Next not equal to null. It is not null. If current arrow info, what is current arrow info? Can anybody tell me quickly? What is current arrow info? 20. Whether 20 is equal to next arrow info. Next arrow info is 10. No, not equal. So it goes into else part. In the else part, next gets incremented. Next comes to 30. Okay. Next gets overwritten with 30. It is as good as comparing this 20 with rest all elements. Rest all elements. Okay. So counter is reinitialized to 1. Now at this point 30 is pointed by next, current is having 20. Okay, so 30 gets compared with 20, not equal, so next gets incremented and next points to 10. Have I changed anywhere the counter? No. Then next time increments again to 20. Okay, current is 20, 20 and 20 are compared, equal, so counter gets incremented. And next would be pointing to 20. Okay, soon after this, while next not equal to null, true. So whether current arrow info is equal to next arrow info, yes, counter incremented and next increments and next will point to null at the end of inner loop. Okay, so at the end of inner loop, currents info whatever is there, no, that values counter will be printed. But there is a drawback here. What is a drawback with the code that I have explained? Can anyone tell me? What's the drawback? Yes, it will print again for 10. It will print again for 10. That is a problem associated with this. So how to tackle it?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, for this, ma'am, uh, I approach like, ma'am, after the encounter of any element, ma'am, I will store it in a array, ma'am. So, ma'am, after every iteration of the or the traversal of the next element, ma'am, I will check that element with those present in the array, ma'am. So, if I have already saved 10, ma'am, after the
Yeah.
second encounter, if 10
Correct.
is encountered, it will skip it, ma'am.
Yes.
But the problem with my code was like, ma'am,
Huh?
it was working for first two elements, ma'am, but not working after that one. So I wanted to ask what to do, ma'am.
Okay, you just share me the code.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just have a look at it. Okay, the solution for this is as soon as you encounter a new element, that new element gets added to a particular file or a particular array. Okay, you store that value into the array. When the next node you go for, current when it gets incremented, this value you just compare against the values, each and every value that are stored in the array. Okay, if anywhere matching is there, simply increment current. So how to do that? current is equal to first, okay, this value, let me take int a of 10, okay, then a of comma I, which is equal to 0, okay, a of I plus plus equal to current arrow info. See, this is a bit different kind of program that we are doing, okay. Please don't ever panic. This is an extra application of linked list. If you're not getting, don't worry about it, okay. Then every time you encounter current arrow info, before storing it, you just have to think about, I'll just 1 minute, cut. Okay, inside the while loop, every time I encounter a new element, if current arrow info for I is equal to 0, I less than number of nodes, that is say 10, I plus plus, if current arrow info equal to a of I at any point in time, okay, then what you are supposed to do, current is equal to current arrow link, increment the current simply, okay. So what this does, let's suppose 10 you have initially, 10 gets stored in array of 0, okay. For I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Now A has only 10, array A has only 10. Next time current would be pointing to 20, okay. So what happens if current arrow info is equal to any of the currently available values? So right now array is having 10, it is in for loop, so every time it gets checked, okay. So right now I have only one element 10, current arrow info is 20, is it equal to 10? No, okay. So what happens, current gets incremented to the next node. Okay, you just please all of you take a snapshot of this and have an analysis done for this. All of you do this, please. Take a screenshot of this, save it, and have an analysis done for that. And Praveen, please share your code.
Okay, ma'am. On
Okay.
your WhatsApp, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys, see you on Monday with the explanation from your end. The lab session will be conducted from your end, not from me. Okay. Okay, thank you all. I'll be stopping the class now.